When you log into Khan Academy, you should be taken to your home screen. If you don't see a screen that looks like what we see on the board right now, you can go to your home screen by clicking on this home button right here. This is where you're going to see your class. Our class is going to be named Math Pre-Algebra. This is the mission we're working on. So we're going to work on some prerequisite skills, and then we're going to move on and get you through pre-algebra. So what I'm going to do is, since I've started the class, I shall resume my work. And what you can see here is everything I want to do for this whole school year. So I want to complete this whole circle full of topics. I'm 7% complete. I want to get to 100% complete. So this gives me a breakdown of what I've done. I have 14 skills mastered. I have 8 that I've practiced, and 200 I have not started. So I'm actually going to click on show all of my skills so you can see that each of these boxes are things that you're going to want to know throughout the school year. This is what you're going to be working on. You're going to start with these mission foundations and try to get all of these filled in with dark blue. In other words, you're going to have them mastered. So as you can see, I've mastered 14 in there, and I have a couple that are in light blue, which means I've practiced them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to work through and practice some more, practice the ones I haven't mastered in mission foundations. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a mastery assessment to see if I actually mastered it. So I'm going to click here. And just to give you an idea, is when you click a box over here, it is added over here for the skills that are up next for you, because that is what you want to work on next. You just set it, you clicked on it, it added it, here we go. So what you can do now is you want to practice it. So what you are given is some topics on counting to 100. So they might be given in many different ways, and you are going to answer these. So fill in the answer, and as you can see, they want you to get 5 right in a row for practice. Okay, so I know that one, I got it. Okay, and then I want my next question. So I'm going to, if I know them all, I'm going to do them quickly and continue on, which I feel like I'm pretty good at this, so I'm going to keep going. Now, if you didn't know how to do some of these, there are some nice resources here, like I'd like a hint and watch a video. The video is very similar to these problems over here. So if you do get stuck, make sure to get a hint first, and if you're not sure about that, watch the video. And then if you are still stuck, write this topic down, counting to 100, and then we can go over it together when we meet. Okay, so step 1, try it. Step 2, get a hint. Step 3, watch the video to see if that helps. And step 4, if you're still stuck, write it down so we can go over it together. So now that I've practiced this, I'm going to show where I'm at. And I practiced, I've got some points, and I'm good to go. So now I'm going to continue on to next task. If for some reason you did get 5 in a row right, but you feel like you aren't necessarily sure you truly still understand it, you can choose to practice again. I'm feeling good with this, so I'm going to continue on. Okay, so now what it's doing is it's taking me into a mastery challenge, and it's going to ask me to do 6 problems. And based on those 6 problems, it's going to clear out some things that I've mastered, maybe add some topics that I have in dark blue based on my answers. Okay, again, you have that option to complete it. Check your answer. You might, in this case, on the Mastery Challenge, say, ooh, I haven't learned this yet, and that's okay. Okay, here you might have known this. So I'm going to write this down. And I'm just going to continue. They also give you the hint, but they don't give you the video in the Mastery Challenge. This is just to see what topics can become dark blue for you. Okay. So, ooh, there's one that I had already done. So I'm going to check that answer. I'm going to show my points. And I've actually made some progress. The ones in blue say I've made some progress. So I'm just going to keep working. So now I'm going to continue on to my next task. I can continue on with a mastery challenge to see if there's anything else in those boxes that I may already know, so I don't have to practice it. But if you start doing this, haven't learned it, haven't learned it, haven't learned it, haven't learned it, if you aren't knowing anything on these anymore, then what you should do is you should click off of this and start working on and practicing different tasks. So again, to practice a different task, if it continues to take you to a mastery challenge, we say, nope, I don't want to do that anymore. I'm not feeling comfortable with that. Instead, I'm going to go over here, click on it, and then practice. I'm going to do more practice before I do a mastery challenge. So the goal here is to do a bunch of practice first, and then when you've practiced some topics, then you will do the mastery challenge to see if you actually have mastered those skills or need to practice them again. I'm going to go back. And again, your goal is to start working on these mission foundations, so you can start working on that now. And then I will talk to you guys soon. Let me know if you have any questions.